Hey, this is John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're doing a review demo of the Blackstar Artist 15, a very cool all-tube amp with a mere 15 watts, which is punishingly loud if you want it to be. I'll tell you all about it after I tell you how we're recording it. Right now I'm playing my 67 Telecaster Custom. It's got a DiMarzio pickup here and a B-bender. Other than that, it's basically stock. I'm running this guitar directly into the Blackstar. We're miking the Blackstar with the Royer R121, and that's going into a Apogee Quartet and into Pro Tools. We're also running the direct out, which has a speaker simulator, so you can kind of get a taste test for both. Later on, I'll play a humbucker, my old Gibson ES340, so you can get an idea of how it feels with that as well. But those are the basics. While we're talking about amp or speaker simulation, let me give you a taste test right now. We're in the clean channel, and this is just the mic alone. And this is in the dirty channel, same thing. Now, this is the simulator, the direct out. And here it is dirty. To me, it's a different sound, but they're both very cool. It almost sounds like, the Royer is a little bit off of the cabinet a bit, and it feels like an amp a little bit off the cabinet, or a mic a little bit off the cabinet. But the direct sounds like a real close mic to me. So I like a combination of the both, and we'll kind of feather in both to get that right tone for you. Okay, let me tell you about all the ingredients. Number one, it has an effects loop that we're not utilizing, but if you are so inclined, there it is for you. Right, for demoing, I like the idea of just going straight in and leaving it alone. Also, it has reverb, which I am using, and it's a nice sounding big reverb. It gets a little, when you get in the dirty channel, it gets a little bit big the louder you get, but let me just show you what it sounds like. That's just like on about 3. But it gets pretty dreamy when you get it up there even higher. Put it all the way up and it's kind of surfy. So aside from the ear candy of effects loops and reverb, they built this to be a very versatile amp. Give you everything from clean to crunchy, dirty, and everything in between. Doing that with 2 channels, giving you channel switching with this proprietary little pedal they have here. Allows you to switch between them on a dime, which I dig. It has a 112-inch Celestrian V-type speaker. The tubes are 2 6L6 and 2 ECC83. A cool feature they have is their patented ISF, which stands for Infinite Shape Feature. And what that does, basically, it lets you switch between an American sounding amp and a British sounding amp. When we came in, I had it more on the British setting. Now, I lean more towards the American setting in just amplifiers in general. But I found this had a really kind of a rich bottom end on that side. But it's great that you can feather it in where you want it. Very cool feature. The controls are really simple. The clean channel has volume and tone, and both of those are right now right about in the middle. The other channel has gain and volume, so you can kind of match those volumes between your clean and dirty so it's not such a jarring difference when you change channels. You kind of match them up pretty well. It also has a 3-band EQ, just basically bass, middle, and treble. And that's it. So why don't I quit yakking and just spin some knobs and you can see what it does. So when we came in, I was on the dirty channel with the EQ basically flat and the gain all the way up. Master at about halfway. And I had the ISF on the British side. Now let me kind of roll it back and you can hear it get more American, I guess. Now let me do the same thing in the clean channel, you can hear it. So we're going to start in the British and then go the other way. Now I don't know, maybe my ear isn't that well tuned. I don't know if I would call one British or American, but you definitely hear a tonal difference, and they react a little bit differently. To me, the British setting, what they're calling the British setting, is a little more alive, particularly when it's overdriven. I guess if I had my choice, it'd be cool if that feature could do it independently with each channel. Like maybe have the clean channel more American and the dirty channel more British. So that's something for you boys in research and development to think about the next version of this. Anyway, it's a very cool feature. Now, let me show you what this EQ does. I'm going to put it back in the dirty channel. What I've found, I think my favorite setting was to have it on the British side in the dirty channel and then boost that mid-range up and take the treble down a bit. I'm going to try that for you. That's a good tone. I think it's even more pronounced when you bring down the bass and the treble and just leave the mid-range all the way up. Let's see what that does. That's cool, and I'm going to split the difference. Put the bass and the treble at about 3 with the mids all in up. That mid-range really cuts through. You know, it's funny, guitar tones, when I'm playing alone, I like a lot of bottom end, but I've found that when I'm playing with bands, when I have that really rich, deep tone, I don't really cut as well. So there's something about taking out that bottom end, which seems almost kind of counterintuitive because it makes it sound maybe a little bit smaller, but it really cuts. And this does that really well. Good tone. We do the same thing on the American side. You can see what it sounds like with mids all the way up, treble and bass down a bit. It's clean and here's dirty. Now let me give you a humbucker taste test comparison. Okay, now we're in humbucker land. I've got the EQ flat and we're on the American side. Let's just take a test drive with that. good, clean tone. Now let's try scooping that mid down a little bit, see what it does. I like that. I think I like that better. Seems to kind of be really warm and jazzy. Now let me go to the British side, clean, see what that does. That's cool. Now let me try bringing that mid-range way up. That's cool. Now let's go ahead and bring on some dirt. First, let's go ahead and make it dirty in the American side. See what that does. I'm just gonna have the gain all the way up, and I'm gonna turn all the EQ all the way up, the 3-band. That's cool. Now let's bring it to the British side. Actually, I'm going to do it right in the middle, between the two. Split the difference. Okay, just for shiz and giz, let's go ahead and turn everything all the way up. In the dirty channel, gain all the way up, volume all the way up, master volume all the way up. And the 3-band EQ, I'm going to have the bass and middle all the way up, but the treble right in the middle. And we'll put this on the British setting and see what happens. Although it's only 15 watts, it is pretty punishing when you turn it all the way up. Blackstars are loud amps. A buddy of mine, Michael Carter, who plays with Luke Bryan, he plays Blackstars, and he has great tone. He's a great player. But I walked in front of his amp once when they were playing, and it was like incredibly punishing. But that's just what they do. They make loud, big sounding amps. So those are the basics. It's a great tone, very cool amp with lots of features. And to read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. And while you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook and subscribe to our ever-growing YouTube channel. This is John Bollinger. Till next time.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on PremierGuitar.com.